Okay, now I'm gonna try not to fall down on this cord. Hey, everybody, I'm glad to be here. I am really, really glad to be here. I had found out just not long ago that I was misdiagnosed with cancer. And not any kind of cancer. I got the call on my way to emergency root canal where he said, I'm sorry, the biopsy came back and the tumor is malignant. And it's the same kind of cancer that Steve Jobs had. And I went, now I love Steve Jobs, but I didn't want to share his shit, okay? The next day I was on a plane to Prague. I was frozen, I was numb. So for 30 days I was thinking my life trajectory was going faster than it should have been. So anyway, I'm Deena Pierott. I'm the founder of iUrban Teen, which is a STEM plus arts program that has an intentional reach to male youth of color. And I always say intentional because everyone can come to our program. In fact, we have about 40% of our attendees are girls in our program, so we don't turn away any child. I'm also one of the founding members of Black Women in Technology, and so we're looking to have, yeah, thank you. And let me just say Black female founder, which is a challenge in itself, okay? That's a challenge, but we're gonna work our way through it. So we're looking to have our first summit actually here in Seattle or in Portland. So look me up and try to help with making that happen. The other thing that I'm crazy as hell. I mean, because I keep staying busy. I work full time for the city of Seattle as an equity advisor, as recruitment advisor and community engagement specialist. So everything that I do, if you know about me, is all centered around equity, diversity, and inclusion. And so with iUrban Teen, that inclusion is trying to include these kids on pathways to success, building that yellow brick road for them. Ain't she cute? I was always a unicorn. You can tell by the braid. That was a sign. That was a first sign. Somebody should have warned my mama. I was a curious child. I was like a female Dennis the Menace. Who remembers Dennis the Menace? I'm dating myself. I was the female version, okay? Always in trouble, but always curious and finding out different things. But I was also that child on the playground that wanted to make sure everybody was included. I didn't want to see anybody by themselves, okay? So that led into my trajectory of everything that I do. When I started iUrban Teen, the reasons why, I was a commissioner here in the state of Washington. Governor Gregoire had appointed me to the commission, her commission on African American Affairs. And all of our ethnic commissions were looking at the opportunity gap, especially for youth of color, male youth of color, who were disengaged, falling through the cracks, not graduating, being incarcerated. Me being a natural born entrepreneur, I wanted to find a solution to this. I want to see what can I do to put a dent in this and not just sit back in committees and talk it to death and get more money to talk it to death. Around that same time, I was asked to participate on a Chief Information Officer Council in Portland. I moved up here a year ago from Portland. I was there 20 years, for 20 years, but originally from Compton. Straight out of Compton, y'all. Straight out of Compton. And so I told my friend Mark, but I'm not a CIO. How can I be on this thing? I can't even figure out my phone. And he said, but you're innovative and we need you. I said, okay, cool, I'll do it. I walk into the first meeting, and when I walked in late, I had to do my diva entrance. A room full of white men. And I went, and my hair was crazier then, okay? I'm like, ooh, this ain't gonna be pretty. But I realized when I sat down, wait a minute, we have this room that looks like this, but we have these male youth of color falling through the cracks. What can we do? That's when I thought up iUrban Teen. We had our first program, and the launch was in October 2011. Since then, that was in Vancouver, Washington. These are some of our kids from our recent event that we had at UW-Bothell. Since then, we have expanded to 4 states, and I'm getting ready to launch in Hartford, Connecticut later next year. These are our programs. We fall under 3 pillars: I engage, I learn, and I succeed. These are the current programs that we have, and I had the 1 minute sign. I'm like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And we have our iCode program down in 2 Los Angeles high schools. I said I was going to bring my program back to the hood, okay? So we're down in South Central LA with our iCode program. We're hoping to launch it here. Since we launched, we have served over 5,000 youth. We have about a 70% retention rate. And we have a very strong parent engagement model that we use. Now, I say all that to come back to the little unicorn, okay? That little unicorn, yes, she did that shit, okay? Honored by President Obama as the White House Champion of Change for Technology Inclusion. Round of applause right there, y'all. It was such an honor. In fact, Pierott launched a program called My Brother's Keeper, which was formed after my program. So I was invited back 4 times. Yeah. Didn't get no money for it, though, but, you know. And I was on the coolest magazine, Essence magazine, with Prince on the cover right there. Say that's me over there, but Prince on the cover. Lessons learned. I tell everyone, especially because I work a lot with Black women founders who want to be founders, because we can do this work. It's hard, but we can do this. Find your tribe. You've got to find people that believe in you, even if it sounds crazy. Find people that share your rhythm. That was hard to do because I moved so fast, people couldn't keep up with me, or they couldn't understand it. But some people can, and you know who you are. Find comfort in failing, and I hate to say failing, but find comfort in messing up and keep going, because that's where you learn. I always say your best assets are everything that you've learned, good or bad. Trust yourself and listen to your gut. Some of the things that I'm going to continue building that yellow brick road, the launch in Hartford, Connecticut, bringing our programs, more of the programs here in Seattle. We're also going to be working with NASA and launch at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida next summer. What we need more volunteers. We need office space. We have no space. I'm not funded. I'm a volunteer. Black female founder, y'all. Keep doing it. And we need donors. That's what our ask is. Stay in touch with me. These are my 2 granddaughters, the next generation of unicorns, badass women, Layla and Noelle. Look for them in the next few years as being founders. There's all my contact information. I think my time is up. Thank you. Questions? Okay. Okay, somebody asked me a question. Somebody? Questions? Yes.
All the things that I need to know about volunteering or getting involved, is that on your website? I know it's a kind of a basic question, but I need to know.
Yeah, definitely. We need volunteers. You know, definitely need volunteers. Yes. How much money am I looking for? Probably like 3.5 million. No, but to be honest, because we have families that ask me. I get emails from teens. I get emails from parents asking, can you launch in our city? I can't. I don't have the bandwidth. We're all volunteers. The cities waiting for us are Detroit, Brooklyn, Phoenix, Denver, Atlanta, and even Sao Paulo, Brazil. But we can't move any further without that funding. Yes?
Are you partnering with educational institutions?
We do.
University of Hartford?
There's a good, I think it's Goodwin College in Hartford that we're going to launch. But our school partners are a lot of community colleges, UW-Bothell, University of Portland, Cal State Dominguez Hills, Houston, because we're in Houston, Los Angeles, Bay Area, Portland, Seattle, and soon in Hartford. But those are our partners. We have our summits on college or university campuses because we want the kids to breathe in that environment and see themselves there. So we always partner with them. Some of our corporate partners are like Microsoft, Google, Facebook, Snapchat, and they are partners, meaning they kind of help create our curriculum and have programs at their companies for us. Thank you. Uh-oh, I got another question. Can I get another question? Okay, yes.
So I actually just moved here from Hartford a month ago.
Oh.
So if you need any help in terms of getting things off the ground or whatever, I'm happy to help.
I actually do.
People that want to pursue volunteer opportunity, what specific ways can they engage?
There's my contact information, Deena at iUrban, is it not? Oh, yeah, Deena at iUrbanteen.org, and just say Seattle volunteer. And I respond instantly. It might be 1 or 2 in the morning, but I usually respond instantly to all emails. I'm the poster child for ADD, okay? But I will tell you, I do have ADD off the chain. But that trauma of that cancer scare, my brain is like, you know, but we're going to power through that too. So definitely contact me. I need volunteers, need funders, need space, you know, all that good stuff. Again, Black female founder. That's all I got to say. Thank you.